After another chaotic week, it's time to take a look at week 6 to see how much more chaos is had. Whether it be more heinous ref ball, more injuries, and more everything, we need to assess some of the damage reports. Once again, there are four teams that are on a bye week. These being the Rams, the Vikings, the Dolphins, and thank goodness, the Chiefs. Maybe we can finally go a week without hearing about Taylor Swift again. Things already look bleak for the 49ers. The injuries are reflecting on the performance, and it's only getting worse. Meanwhile, the Seahawks are starting to realize that they are not as hot as they thought they were. Provided that they play on a short week, the game will be very forgettable, but still end up being close. This is probably going to be San Fran's last chance to get something going before they have to take on the Chiefs. Better figure it out quickly. One made a mistake last week over the London games. Jets versus Vikings should have been mentioned to be one. This time, however, there is no mistake. The first of two straight games for the Jags are playing in London. They start as the road team against the Bears. This is what it's like under Doug Peterson, because now all he has to do is make sure this game ends in a tie so that everyone can complain about the game some more. The fact that the Commanders of all teams are 4-1 says a lot about what they are capable of without Dan Snyder's evil stink lingering over. That said, the Ravens are starting to bounce back after realizing they got a division to win. It's gonna be one of the better matchups on Sunday, where the Ravens come out on top in overtime 39-36 on a Justin Tucker field goal. The Cardinals are starting to win games again, which means they'll miss the playoffs, but at least put up enough of a fight to show results on the rebuild. The Packers are lucky that Jordan Love is not out for the season, which means a good fit for overall performance on offense. This was tough to pick until Kyler Murray announced his partnership with a shitty first person shooter that is nowhere near its peak. Congrats on the win, Green Bay. This one is pretty easy to pick. The Texans are just a way better team. Have fun in the tank bowl, Patriots. You're gonna be stuck in there for a long while because your team still sucks and Jared Mayo still isn't really cut out for the gig. Welcome to NFC South football, where nobody wants to win and the teams struggle when it matters. Today's edition involves the Bucs visiting the Saints in a dome. How will things go? A field goal heavy game, with the Saints getting the win in overtime. I never said it had to make sense. NFC South football. Embrace the mediocrity.
Derp, derpity derp 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 derpity derp derp derp
A struggling Browns team who is paying too much for a quarterback that can't play, and the 2021 Pittsburgh Steelers under a different guise. I don't know, guys. This one is pretty tough to predict. Okay, I'll stop joking around. It's obvious that the Eagles are going to keep playing down to their competition because Nick Sirianni can't seem to make a good play call. and can't seem to take the points when he has to. This means they somehow win against Browns, doesn't it? You know what? I'm feeling a little bold this week. After seeing how the Titans have pretty much come off a bye week, struggling and struggling and struggling, and the Colts pretty much live and die by Anthony Richardson and now Joe Flacco at times, I'm also giving this a tie. What's better than just having just one happen? Not making any sense. Let the chaos consume the league whole. This is lined up to be a decent matchup. I mean, it is a battle of mid, so it shouldn't be all that surprising on paper. Yet, there's something about being boring, and there's something about the Chargers that tells me they want to win this game. In the end, that's likely what's going to happen as the Chargers win off an interception. Because, of course. Wanna know why it was a bad thing you lost to the Cowboys despite the weather delay, Steelers? 'Cause now you gotta face the Raiders in Vegas. The standard continues to be the standard, and now they get to lose to the Raiders 'cause there's nothing like losing random games on pace to a 9-8 season. Russell Wilson is proving to still just be Russell Wilson, and Justin Fields can only last for so long when the real benefactors of who is carrying the team is pretty much TJ Watt, Chris Boswell, and that's really about it. Welcome to NFC South football, where the Panthers continue to suck and Andy Dalton's play style is starting to get exposed. One would think that it's an easy win for the Falcons, but this is NFC South football. This means the main way the Falcons win by a result of a close and ugly game. Embrace the mediocrity. Lions are going in after receiving a bit of rest. Early bye weeks mean, well, not only sleepiness, but also wear and tear occurs later on in the season. That aside, they get to play the Cowboys in Dallas. This is gonna end in the Lions complaining about getting screwed again, isn't it? God damn it. I hate when I'm forced to pick the Cowboys. I don't care if I messed up any wording. It's the Cowboys. The Giants and winning? That's a shocker. Now we move on to the next game. Giants and primetime? Bengals could use a massive boost and things seem to line up to make it possible. Did anybody forget that the Giants don't play well in primetime? Bengals need this win badly and they'll win as long as Zach Taylor can stop being a moron with the play calling. And now, the time has come for Monday Night Football with the much anticipated matchup of Bills versus Jets. Fucking hell, again? Did nobody remember what happened last time these two played at MetLife? Where Aaron Rodgers went down 4 plays in on a torn Achilles, missed the rest of the season? I'm getting tired of Jets being on my TV. Just take this loss and get out of here. If you're lucky, Aaron Rodgers might even survive this time. Up, hold on a moment. I just got word that Robert Saleh has just been fired as of this recording. I had just finished recording everything when I saw the news. It literally just dropped right as I finished. Wow. I knew he was going to get canned eventually, but to do it this early in the season, I initially thought they were going to do it just to give Nathaniel Hackett another chance at being a terrible coach. But they did go with their defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich as the interim. In case it wasn't obvious enough that the Bills were going to win, they surely are going to win now. We already got an early runner for Idiot of the Month. And how impressive is that? I'm even stumbling on my own words. Congratulations, Jets. You are still the Jets. We'll see you next year when we look at the exact same song and dance. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this edition where I decided to take some risks. Hopefully, those risks pay off better than, well, whatever risk was taken among some of these teams. Maybe things can actually go better than they have before. But thank you all so much for tuning in. If you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, travel safely.